Have you ever really stopped to think about the sheer scale of history packed into your DNA? I mean, beyond the stories maybe your parents or grandparents told you, how far back does your knowledge really go?
It's a great question. Most of us only know a few generations, right?
Exactly. So today, we're doing something pretty cool. We're taking a deep dive into one person's actual DNA origins report,
Yeah.
an individual named Tyreek.
Yeah, and these reports, they're not just lists. They're like
Yeah.
windows, powerful windows into human migration, global connections, sometimes really surprising stuff.
Mhm.
Tyreek's report is a fantastic example. It really maps out this huge historical tapestry.
Absolutely. So that's our mission for this deep dive.
Yeah.
We're going to unpack Tyreek's report. And listen to this. It was updated just this April 2025.
Oh, wow. So very current data.
Very current. And it details 15 distinct ancestral regions.
15.
That's quite a number. Right. So you listening, you're basically getting a shortcut here. You'll see how one person's genes can tell this incredibly rich, multi-continental story. Lots of aha moments, I think.
Definitely. It highlights the diversity that's often hidden right inside us.
Okay, so let's get into it. This incredible genetic journey for Tyreek, it starts with some big numbers. What do 29% Benin and Togo and 25% Nigeria tell us? Right off the bat, that seems like the core of the story.
Well, yes, in a way. Those are very significant percentages, and they point strongly towards deep roots in West Africa, the Benin and Togo region. That area was home to major historical kingdoms like Dahomey, really sophisticated societies, complex trade.
Okay.
So a high percentage, like 29%, often signals a strong connection to those foundational populations.
And the Nigeria part, 25%.
Right, Nigeria. That represents one of the most genetically diverse places on Earth. Hundreds of ethnic groups, ancient civilizations. It's incredibly rich. And importantly, for many people with African ancestry in the Americas, these specific percentages, they also speak volumes about the forced migration during the transatlantic slave trade.
A very direct, though tragic, link back.
A profound link back to those specific ancestral homelands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's powerful history right there in the percentages. But then the report kind of throws a curveball. Location-wise, we jump continents. A big chunk, 17% from the Deccan and the Gulf of Mannar, and another 6% from the Western Himalayas and the Hindu Kush. That's South Asia, right. Very different. What's going on there?
Exactly. And this is where you really see the global tapestry weaving together. The Deccan and Gulf of Mannar, 17%. That's southern India, Sri Lanka, those coastal areas. It's a region with an incredibly ancient history of maritime trade. Think connections between South Asia, Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, going back millennia.
A real crossroads.
Absolutely, a hub of diversity. And then the 6% Western Himalayas and Hindu Kush that points towards populations in Afghanistan, Pakistan, northern India. Think ancient Silk Road routes, movements of people across those mountain passes. It's another area shaped by centuries of migration and interaction.
So these percentages show how people moved, traded, interacted. It wasn't just static populations.
Precisely. Migration follows trade, geography, historical events. It's complex, not always a straight line.
Okay, so Tyreek's DNA is like a world tour. It really makes you think about that whole global citizen idea on a genetic level.
Yeah.
But there's more. I'm seeing a whole list of smaller percentages, too, like 5% Ivory Coast and Ghana,
Back to West Africa.
0.4% Southwest India, 3% Ireland.
Yep.
Okay, Europe now. 2% Senegal, 2% Mali, 2% Portugal.
More West Africa, more Europe.
0.1% Cameroon, 1% Southern India, 1% Denmark, 1% Baltics, and 1% Wales.
Whew.
So when you see these smaller ones, like, say, the 1% Denmark or 1% Baltics, does that mean, like, one specific ancestor popped up recently from there? Or is it older?
That's a really good question. It gets into the nuances. Smaller percentages can sometimes mean a more distant ancestor, maybe someone from many centuries back whose genetic signal has just, diluted over generations.
Okay.
So the 3% Ireland or 2% Portugal might reflect specific historical moments, trade links, maybe colonial interactions, migrations that brought different groups together.
Right, history mixing people up.
Exactly. And the 1% Denmark or the Baltics, that could be an echo of something like ancient Viking movements or other Northern European migrations that spread genetic traces far and wide.
So maybe not one single person 5 generations back, but a broader ancestral line.
Often, yes. It's less about pinpointing one recent individual and more about tracing these broader lines that eventually contributed even a small piece to the overall picture. These little percentages really show the incredible reach of human movement over time.
It's amazing. Just incredible how all these different threads, West Africa, South Asia, bits of Europe, They all weave together in one person.
And this report, Tyreek's report, it really hammers home that interconnectedness. Every single one of those percentages adds a layer. You have the big ones, 29% Benin and Togo, 25% Nigeria, the significant 17% Deccan and Gulf of Mannar.
Yeah.
But also those others, 5% Ivory Coast and Ghana, 4% Southwest India, 3% Ireland, 2% Senegal, 2% Mali, 2% Portugal. Even the 1%ers, Cameroon, Southern India, Denmark, Baltics, Wales. Each one is part of this unique, complex, personal story.
It really is astounding, especially thinking this report is so recent. April 2025 tech, tracing origins across continents, across millennia for just one person. It's like holding a genetic passport.
Absolutely. And, the source material we looked at for this deep dive, it doesn't just stop at the numbers, it actually prompts the next step. It asks things like, who in your family came from these regions?
Ah, okay. Making it personal.
Yes, and it encourages you, the listener perhaps, to link your tree to your DNA results to explore your family ties. It's an invitation to dig deeper yourself.
Right. So, thinking about that, what does this journey through Tyreek's report mean for you listening right now? If one person's DNA, just one snapshot, can reveal this vast global heritage, spanning continents, centuries, think about it. What unexplored stories, what surprising connections might be waiting inside your history? Connections stretching way further back than you might ever have imagined.